you're the leader.
No, thank you.
We established that you are the leader.
I'm the leader. Let's do rock,
Is it
paper,
recording
scissors.
now?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's do rock, paper, scissors so that we can decide who
Okay.
is. Best what?
Wait, how's that gonna work?
I don't know. Best 2 out of 3?
Okay, so we all 3 and do it. Whoever wins goes head to head.
Yeah.
Okay. Like the winners go head to head.
Okay.
So lose, essentially.
Yeah.
Right. Wait. Okay, let's start.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. So I'm the loser.
Oh, snap.
Come on.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Hadassah is our official leader.
Just for this episode. We should do this every episode.
No, you see how you trying to set me up? Because apparently I was the leader last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. Welcome, guys, to the Unqualified Podcast.
Unqualified.
This is episode 1, 2, 3,
7. Let's just name it episode 7.
And we've got a special episode for you guys today because we are talking about the MCU.
Something no one has ever done before. Never been
so
done.
original.
So original.
And we also have a guest speaker today.
Maybe.
Potentially.
Potential guest.
Mr. Kamal McAllister.
Mm-hmm. He's going to rudely invade halfway through and come
Sorry,
sit there.
Who is a self-titled MCU expert.
Self-titled.
Emphasis on the self-titled.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And so we're all going to just be talking about the MCU, our thoughts,
your faves, your least
faves,
faves.
our least faves.
What character do you want to smooch? What
I
movie
know
are you
who
most
that answer
excited
is.
about coming out?
The most handsome man to have walked this earth. My husband. Since 2001, y'all. We've been married since 2001.
When were you born, Day?
2002. That doesn't matter.
The real Jacob and Twilight situation.
We knew each other. We knew each other since like forever. We've been distant since forever. The one, the only Chris Evans. That's my husband, y'all. We truly are soulmates. I know we are.
Yep.
I know we are.
So you heard it here from Day. And so we're going to be talking about that today.
No grooming. Just straight love.
Okay.
Grooming doesn't exist in this situation.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
And so we've got a few different levels of MCU, like knowledge and fandom, fandom, whatever here. Like, so Kamal, like we said, is like a self-titled MCU expert.
When we told him we were doing this episode, he literally
Skipped
not
class.
to tell on him, but he skipped class so he could
For
come
this.
and be a
That's
part
how
of
important
it.
the MCU is to him.
Apparently, he told his teacher that like he was working on a project, and that's the only reason he told him. The teacher was like, "Y'all can skip class if you like have a project you're gonna earn money on and do like sound design on." And he told her that that's what he was coming here to do.
And this is the project, talking about the MCU.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Shia, what would you say your level of MCU knowledge and fan level is?
I'm not Kamal level where it's like crazy, but I know a decent amount about the MCU. I've been following it from the beginning since I was just a little child. I watch the new Rockstars videos, episode breakdowns. I want to know all the things. Comics-wise, I'm a little, like, I know some things, but other things I'm like, I have never heard of that in my entire life. So I've seen everything they've put out. I might be lying. Yeah.
But for the most part, she knows a lot.
I know the things.
I might be lying.
And then Dave, what would you say your MCU knowledge is?
Yeah, I've seen mostly everything, and back when I was a little girl, I used to read comics, so there's I got some under information, I guess, kind of.
Okay.
Not too much.
What about you?
I will say that I am not the lowest level of your average person on the street watching these movies, but I'm like 0.25% above them.
Okay.
Like barely anything. I have watched mostly everything, and I know, like I said, like a just tiny bit more than the average person, but not that much.
Yeah.
So I may say some incorrect things today. But I'm your spokesperson for those of us who like the MCU but don't know a lot.
Yeah. Okay. That's valid.
The point of this. The Unqualified Podcast. You don't have to be qualified.
We've got different levels of MCU likeness today.
Can I ask what's y'all's favorite like movie or TV show from the MCU so far?
That's hard for me. I can never.
I need to
answer
pull
that
up a list
question.
because I feel like I forget about some of the movies sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Like TV show wise, I enjoy WandaVision and Moon Knight so much, like to the point like I continuously watch them over. Like I've seen Moon Knight 3 times now, and like that came out in March. I don't think we realized like how
it came out this year. That's crazy to me.
And like WandaVision came out like last year, I think. But I've seen that so many times, like I almost know it word for word.
Oh my god. I love WandaVision so much, and like when they were doing their announcements of like what TV shows they were gonna be doing, and they described WandaVision, I'm like, that's gonna be my show. I know it. It's gonna be my show. I love it. I've seen it multiple times. I know all the theme songs for each episode. I will defend that show to my last breath, and of course, too. Moon Knight.
My husband.
Oscar Isaac.
That's second husband. That's the second.
I'm laying my claim to Oscar Isaac currently.
Wait a minute now. No, wait a minute.
He is.
We can't be doing this.
Like when he goes back and forth between Mark and Steven and just the suaveness, the everything about it. I'm gonna try to not make this episode us just like crushing over Marvel men, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
Okay, so
It's really hard.
I think we should talk about like. Well, we'll wait until Kamal gets here, but I think one of our categories should be like best overall, so separate from our favorites. Because my favorite, I don't think is like the best.
I feel that.
So I think my favorite movie in the MCU is probably either.
It's hard.
I think it's gonna have to be either one of the like Captain America's like.
Winter Soldier.
I'm thinking either Winter Soldier or Civil War.
Those were some good movies.
And then love Infinity War forever and ever. Just because of like how it felt to just like experience that in the theaters.
Yeah.
People crying.
Like it.
Screaming. I was like, oh god. Like, y'all, it's a movie.
Yeah, I think.
It's a movie.
Yeah, I think those are.
Yeah, I agree with you. Civil War, I usually say is my favorite of the movies. Just
probably Civil War.
I love the fight choreo in that movie. I love all the characters. You get introduced to Black Panther, Spider-Man, Vision is there, Wanda's there. Like there's so many good characters in there. And then the fight at the end with Cap versus Iron Man,
it just
wailing
solidifies
on each other.
How good it is.
So good. Are you Team Cap or Team Iron Man?
Team Cap, like I said, I got to support my husband.
See, this is the thing. I feel like watching it, I was kind of Team Iron Man.
Oh my
See, and that's funny because in the new She-Hulk episode, spoilers. We're not even really spoilers. They talk about how the Sokovia Accords were repealed.
Yeah. So
they
Team
were
Cap
like, they're wrong.
Correct.
Yeah, and I kind of get it because it's kind of like, essentially what they're saying is like the government owns all the superhero-powered people, so we're only going to call you when we need you. Like, what if they said go bomb Russia? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of
It was
weird.
basically turning the Avengers into the military.
Yeah.
Like, essentially, it's like you're agents of the government, which I wasn't here for. I didn't trust that old man.
No, yeah, that definitely makes sense.
But I get Team Iron Man when it comes to, like, Bucky and Iron Man's parents and Cap
I think that was what really like was driving it for me.
That was messed up. I was like, oh, you should have told that man. You should have told that man.
Did you know?
Favorite TV show though for me, I think has to be WandaVision still.
Yeah, I mean it's
so
good. Still the high water mark for the TV shows. Like for me, nothing has beat it at this point.
I think Loki's pretty good.
Yeah,
as well.
I didn't like the ending of Loki.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't finished it.
It was not good.
I haven't finished it. And then WandaVision is the only show that I've completely finished and have rewatched a little bit.
It's really good.
It's
I started Loki and I wanted to finish it, but I just wasn't in the mood to watch a show. And then the Captain America show.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I'm going to say a hot take, and the people out there are going to be mad at me. I don't like Bucky. I don't like him at all. No, every story with him is the exact same. It's like, oh my God, my past is so dark. I killed so many people. How can I redeem myself? I can't do characters who are constantly like in their own pool of self-pity. I'm like, please move on.
You know what? You do bring up a good valid point, though. I think he needs a little bit, and I'm hoping with this Thunderbolts movie they give him some more character development. There's some characters in the MCU who have been in there for so long. Like I think Thor is in like his 12th year of being in the MCU, and And at least they gave him a little bit of development. It wasn't like that angsty teen who was, father will never approve of me. You know, he grew up and he's fun and everything now. I think they need to do that with Bucky. Maybe not make him like a fun character, but there does
a different note for him to play. Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, I was a killer.
Which I think Falcon and Winter Soldier like helped with that a little bit. They showed him like making breakthroughs and going to therapy and all that stuff. Which,
but damn.
What were we talking about?
Completely lost my train of thought.
Bucky and development.
Oh yeah,
just a little bit more.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah, that's the only thing I was like not in with that show was his storyline. I didn't care, but Sam discovering himself being Captain America as a black man and going through that journey and talking with Isaiah and all that, I really enjoyed. But other than that, that show did not interest me that much.
Yeah. My favorite movie's gonna be Wakanda Forever. I already see it coming. They're more sexy. That does it for me. That's all I needed. Yeah. Mbaka's still gonna be there.
We'll see November 11th.
Exactly.
I'm scared and I'm excited because I know I'm gonna cry. If it's the opening with Chadwick in the Marvel intro and then it just immediately cuts at his funeral, I'm gonna be like, yeah, go ahead and take it.
That trailer is like still one of the best trailers I've ever seen. It's so good.
So beautiful. I'm so scared.
But is that the one you're looking forward to most, like, of upcoming projects?
I think
Wakanda Forever?
so. There's so many upcoming projects, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. I'm trying to wait on Kamal, but you know how that goes.
No, his time.
Well, okay, here's another thing, though. Marvel is pushing back so many movies from, like, Phase 4 and Phase 5 and Phase 6. Like, it's kind of crazy. They've pushed back Blade, Fantastic Four, Avengers Secret Wars, and Deadpool all at the same time. And
yeah, 2024. Fantastic Four 2025.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And I'm like, I understand
why. Why do you think that is?
Because, okay, you know, MCU has made it where it's so connected. If a project falls behind,
everything else has to get affected. Yeah.
And Blade, you know, they lost their director. Like, they completely scrapped that movie. They're starting all way over, like, completely.
That makes me nervous for that movie because I feel like it's been through a lot of changes, even just in the beginning stages of pre-production. Like, they haven't even shot anything, and it's already going through so much like drama and whatnot.
No more. The director has left. I think they hired a whole new writer.
Really?
Yeah.
It's done. The script is done.
It was. I think they were already shooting, but like now, like they've completely just. And apparently now it's going to be the first movie of Phase 6. That movie was supposed to be in, like, Phase 4 or Phase 5.
Well, it's listed as the last movie in Phase 5.
That's an interesting closer for Phase 5.
Right.
A solo movie. Yeah.
I'm scared.
That's interesting.
I'm really scared.
Because what was supposed to close? Wasn't it, like, an Avengers movie that was supposed to close out Phase 5?
Well, they've got Thunderbolts closing out and Captain America New World Order.
For Phase 5.
But Blade at least is the last one to come out for Phase 5. Okay. I don't know if that means it's actually going to be like the closer.
It's going to be a far from home situation.
Probably. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I saw the news drop and I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's concerning.
It's really concerning.
I saw a tweet that was just like Hollywood is never gonna fully recover from like pandemic pushbacks, and I think that's true. I think like since studios started pushing back releases when they realized that things aren't going to be working out for them in the pandemic, that's going to be something that they're going to go back to a lot, and I feel like we're going to start seeing like movies just get pushed back if like studios don't like how it's coming out. Like,
honestly, I get it though.
I get it, but it also sucks because I know that I lose interest in.
Yeah, if you can only wait so long.
And then I'm like, oh, I forgot about that.
Literally. I saw a trailer I went to the movies the other day and saw a trailer for Shazam 2, and I was like, oh, Shazam 2, it's coming. That's still happening?
They're not marketing that movie good, like, at all. I think also because Disney and Marvel have such great connections, like, they will constantly hound you with, like, these movies. Like, people are still arguing about the Fantastic Four lineup. I'm like, y'all have been arguing about this for 10 years. Since that other one has come out, people have constantly been like, no, this is going to be her, this is going to be her, this is going to be,
all the fan castings are going to be too old by the time the movie actually comes out.
You know, you might need to lower that age range a little bit. These people are going to be 50 by the time this movie comes out. I doubt they want to be playing Mr. Fantastic, but I'm like, I think... Yeah,
that's so interesting.
I get it, though. I feel like if you know your movie is not going to be good, there is no point in putting it out, though. Because then that's on your legacy.
But, like
Blade especially, Blade is such like a specific character to like Moon Knight and Werewolf by Night and everything like that. Blade is such an important part in that movie. To throw out him a bad movie and then just be like, yep, here goes the underworld of the MCU.
Yeah.
Here it is. And then everybody's like, no, you can keep that. You can keep that. Like, no, that would set them back even more.
I guess it's good they're catching it now when it's still in like early stages of production and they don't have to like pull a Batgirl and like scrap the entire movie after it's done.
That is such a crazy. I still cannot believe. I think that's a joke. Like, my mind cannot process.
No, literally, when they were posting about it, I was like, what do you mean?
The movie is
Go
done.
ahead and do it. Like,
literally
at this
finished.
Like,
point,
I have never heard of some logic like that in my entire life. Like, the tax write-off for the movie is going to be more profitable than just putting the movie
Is
out.
that why?
That's what they said. That's what Warner Brothers were like,
Oh.
if we can use it as a tax write-off and we're going to make more money than if we, like, release it on HBO Max or something like that. And that was insane to me. I'm like, our studio's just going to start, like, scrapping whole entire finished movies because they can get a tax write-off and like it's not going to do well on streaming.
I felt so bad for the actress.
Yeah,
She was in.
sad.
She was in the Heights.
Yeah, she was great in it.
And she seemed so excited too. Like, that sucks, man.
It was that was rough. But this is not a DC episode. We're not talking about the dumpster fire that is.
So
Warner Brothers.
what's y'all's favorite phase?
Can't decide. Now that when we start grouping all the movies together, I'm like, no way.
I think I'm gonna say Phase 3. I like Phase 3 a
Let's
lot.
see. In case you guys don't know, Phase 3 was Captain America: Civil War, Doctor Strange, the first one, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Thor: Ragnarok, Black Panther, Avengers: Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel,
but we can't.
Endgame, and Far From Home.
Yeah, and
That's
Phase
a
3
lot.
eats.
That's a
Phase 3
lot.
eats. I'm
That's a
sorry.
lot, though.
Compared to like Phase 1 when it's like the first Iron Man and the first Captain
Hey,
America.
the first Iron Man set everything off.
Wait a minute. I was gonna say we can't deny Phase 1 and what it did for the MCU. I don't think
It started
Sure.
everything
it
off.
really did. If Phase 1 had failed, we would have had none of these movies. Like, I'm just being serious. Like, if they had flopped,
That
they'd
is
have been
true.
Like,
And
yeah,
also,
go ahead and
The
scrap
first
that.
Iron Man is great.
I just am
I love
I'm
it.
anti-Iron Man in general as a character,
Really?
so maybe I'm a little
I-
biased.
The first Iron Man eats down every time. I love it. I don't even care.
Yeah, I appreciate Phase 1 in the movies and what they did set up, but like just comparatively, sorry, there was a creature in the night
feel like-
in the booth.
I really well.
Oh, this is a rude interruption.
Probably. It's the second one.
Okay, good.
Boo.
Welcome, guys. We've got our special guest walking in right now.
Late,
Fashionably
so
late.
So late.
Come on, join the discussion. We're talking right now about our favorite phase. Shia said that
Phase
3.
3. Yeah, and I'm currently talking shit about Phase 1, but that's.
But we're talking about we appreciate it because it started everything off, obviously.
Yeah.
And I am a hardcore
But
Iron
like
Man 1 fan.
comparative, like when you compare those earlier movies, like when I go back and watch the first Iron Man or the first Captain America or the first Thor, I'm like they seem like babies. They're like baby movies.
They are though. I feel like
They
you can't
have to
compare it
be.
because they started
It's
it
world
off.
building. Yeah, it's
They were
world
getting
building.
used to their rhythm and like how are we
Yeah,
doing
I guess
things, you know?
if I look at the MCU as a whole, as like almost like a TV show, like if those are the first couple episodes, I'm like, yeah, those are like the pilot, and they make
Yeah.
sense like that. But as individual movies, I don't think the Phase 1 movies hold up as well as the late movies.
I
Oh,
think I
yeah.
kind of like. I feel like I forget about Phase 2 sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
definitely.
like
Oh,
Winter
definitely.
Soldier, I love the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's true.
Age of Ultron, I don't know.
Age of Ultron is one of my favorites.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
I don't
surprising.
know why everyone doesn't like it. It's Josh
Because it's
Whedon
not good.
beside, because Josh Whedon sucks.
Yeah.
Of course. But it introduced Wanda. We all love
Yeah,
her.
Okay,
that's
yeah.
true.
We all love her. It introduced Vision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, that's great.
We're
It
lukewarm on
showed
him.
that Iron Man is an asshole,
Mm-hmm.
which he is.
Yeah.
But I feel like as a movie though, it's just not.
I appreciated it more after WandaVision. I think that the show gave more context to it and like made me appreciate it more. But like as a movie, I'm like it's kind of Ultron's cool, I guess.
I think what gets it for me is like seeing the Avengers be an actual team. Because in the
That's
first one, it's
true.
just a setup. You know, they
Yeah,
all
that
came together
is, that
very
is
end.
true.
They're basically trying to kill each other the whole first half of the movie.
Yeah.
But in the Age of Ultron, it starts off with them going on like a
Their
badass
actual
spy
team,
mission and shit.
Yeah.
And then they're all partying in the mansion afterwards.
Mhm.
I just really like that vibe. And then that's the only time we get it, because every other Avengers team up
They're trying to
afterwards.
kill each other.
It's
They
rough.
hate each other.
Yeah.
Age
That's
of
true.
Ultron is what leads to Civil War. The whole like, y'all really went up here and bombed
Because
this whole
Tony's wild.
entire country. Like you
Yeah,
bombed
no,
this
yeah.
whole entire country. Like what now? Like what if you decide to do this in like America? Like what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Like
We were talking
I
about this
get it.
earlier though, but do you have a favorite like movie of the
Standalone,
entire
and
MCU?
not best movie, just your
Your favorite.
personal
Singular
favorite.
favorite?
Yes.
Singular.
Ant-Man.
The first one?
Really?
Yes. I love a heist movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
I will die for a heist movie.
Mm-hmm.
You throw a superhero in that, and then you throw that gorgeous man Paul Rudd in there. That's the only. Paul Rudd and Hugh Jackman are the only white men I trust.
They don't age.
You
Hugh
throw all
Jackman
of
love
that in a
Paul
movie.
Rudd.
Yeah.
I cannot enjoy it.
I do love the Ant-Man movies. I have a
me
special, like, those are the ones I'll probably go and rewatch the most.
Yeah.
out of
Especially
any
the
of
first one. The first
Mhm.
one is great.
Yeah.
I'm
Do you
excited
guys
for
think
the third
Ant-Man's
one.
gonna die in the third one?
No. Why would you say that?
Honestly, the
that's
more
kind of what they're heading for.
that's what I'm saying. The way I saw, like, I don't know. I'm scared. I don't think so. But at the same time, it's not like it's beneath Marvel to kill him off, though, at the same time. Because they are going towards, like, the new Avengers.
Yeah,
here's
which
their
is
daughters. Here's their nieces. Here's this random person they took under their wing. they're going to be the new Avengers.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah.
I was
And
gonna
his
say-
daughter's grown up.
I don't know if they are gonna kill him off, but I feel like his storyline is starting
Yeah,
to
I
like dwindle
Definitely
down.
think this is his
so-
last
So-
movie.
Yeah, there's
I
not
don't
much
think
left
it's-
for him.
I don't think it's
unfortunately.
death. Pull a
I hope
Hawkeye
he
and
doesn't
go into
die.
retirement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he could
think they
retire.
might-
No.
I
He,
think they
he
might
looked like he
off
was
Paul
getting beat
Rudd.
up in that leak trailer. Marvel, don't kill me. You should have got them on Twitter. And they was killing him in that new trailer. And them,
I didn't
and them
watch
leaks.
it.
That man Kang, apparently, according to the leak trailer, straight up says, "Didn't I kill you already?"
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. And I'm like, whoa.
Here's the thing. Marvel characters never really die. Like, besides,
True,
like,
true.
their
Yeah.
parents, everyone is still alive. Well, Iron Man, but everyone is still pretty much, like, living to some degree.
I mean, if you think of like some multiverse or other timeline,
Right.
like,
they can just
they
go
could bring
get
them
him.
back.
Yeah. But even
Yeah.
then, that's a little funky because that was the whole point of like multiverse and madness. If you do all of this, like you
Things will happen.
you gonna mess stuff
Yeah.
up,
How
that
did-
you can't think about.
how did y'all feel about that movie, Multiverse of Madness?
I
It was
enjoyed
different.
it.
I haven't
It
seen
was
it.
different.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Disney Plus, here we come. It was
I
different.
like Sam Raimi
appreciated it.
superhero movies.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I was caught off guard because I didn't think that was the direction it
Right.
was gonna take.
true. 100%.
I was so it took me a minute to like adjust to like
Mhm.
I'm trying not to spoil it.
I've heard a lot though. Are you like I've heard that it's really dark,
Yeah.
and I heard that that was kind
I-
of surprising.
I
for
figured it
people.
was gonna be dark because Sam Raimi is he's a horror director, so I figured that. But like how they use Wanda in it specifically
Right.
kind of surprised me. I was like, okay, so we're going fully this direction
I'm
with her.
scared for her now because I'm like,
Yeah.
what redemption arc could they give her to be like, yeah, you did all this. But
Which
come on,
she
come
was
on with
she was
that."
badass, but like
Yeah.
the
She
things
was.
she was being
100
badass
Yeah, I was
doing was
like,
like,
What could they
Doing
possibly
very
like?
bad
They're
things.
obviously gonna need her in like these upcoming like
yeah.
Yeah.
Avengers movies,
Because they're all gonna get killed. if
right?
she's not
Without
there.
her, what are
Exactly.
they gonna be like? Like you tried to kill this one girl, but you could come on. Like we need you, or else we gonna die. Like that's such a weak way to go
Hey,
out.
I mean, if America can like be forgiven, then it's all good.
That's true.
all that
America
matters.
did forgive her.
Yeah,
That's
so-
true.
Honestly, with that movie, the least interesting character was
Doctor Strange.
Strange.
Oh, I
That-
can't stand Doctor
He,
Strange.
he shouldn't have been in the movie. Let's be honest.
You don't like Doctor Strange?
No. Oh my
This-
god.
I like Doctor Strange, but I like not liking him.
I like Doctor Strange in not Doctor Strange movies. Like I
Yes,
liked him in
exactly.
Infinity War. I
No
liked
Way Home. was
Yeah, I
pretty
liked him
good.
in No Way Home.
Doctor Strange is one of my favorite movies.
The
Like,
first
that doesn't mean
one.
I like him.
Yeah, the first one was good. I just him as a character, I'm like, you're
Yeah.
so
Boring.
uninteresting.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
one he should have been in. This one, Doctor Strange should not have been in Doctor Strange 2.
No.
Well, speaking of things we don't like, what's y'all's least favorite
Iron
Marvel
Man
movie?
3.
Wow, he was quick with that
He
one.
was ready.
Always.
Captain
It's
Marvel.
Hard. Okay.
I'm a Captain Marvel defender,
That
but I
is
won't get
the
into
only
that.
Marvel
Oh, no,
movie
I have to
I-
hear your defenses. I have to.
Here's the thing about Captain Marvel, right?
I fell asleep.
Yeah.
Most people did.
Yeah.
That's
here's
sad
the thing.
to say,
Here's
though.
the thing. Here's the thing, right? And maybe it's because when I saw it, I was like in a really good mood. But like, I had a good time in the theater with that movie, and I can't tell you why. I think her powers are cool. I
Yeah.
think I think like her as a character could be interesting if it was written like
Could be.
yeah.
If it was written good.
If it was written well. I think their direction was a little sloppy. Like, I don't think they really gave Brie Larson a lot to work with in terms of that character.
True.
And so that's why I'm looking forward to the Marvels and Nia DaCosta coming in and taking control of that character, because I think she's going to do a lot of good with it. But I think it's a good setup for what this character could be. You see, I see the potential in Captain Marvel.
I don't like her. I don't know
That's
why. I
valid.
like Brie Larson, but Captain Marvel, like,
I really
she
think
just
it's
feels kind of like
I really think it's an issue of
like,
direction.
just like an extra.
Yeah.
Sometimes
They
you
did
know?
not
It's
give
like
her
we
enough
don't really need.
to do with Carol, and I think that's because it was an amnesia storyline. Like, it's part of it is you don't know who this is, but I'm like, you have to give her more to work with.
But
as
even
an
in the end of
actress.
the movie, I feel like we still didn't know who she was, because like they still
Yeah.
barely gave us anything about
It
her.
was-
Yeah,
Afterwards,
It was like she
I was literally
remembers
like,
some
okay.
things about her best friend, and that's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is her best friend the only thing about her?
She has a best
I
friend.
didn't remember anything else.
Period.
Yeah,
But
I look.
it's like, also, my review is tainted because Captain Marvel in the comics is horrible.
True.
She
Heather.
tried to arrest Miles.
Let's go, Rogue.
She tried to
Rogue.
arrest Miles, and I can never forgive that.
Come on, Rogue.
Rogue whooped her ass
Whooped
like
her
she should have.
ass.
Whooped her ass and took her powers like a bad bee.
Yeah.
That's what she should have
did
done.
the damn
Yeah.
thing. She
Look,
did.
I'm excited for the Marvels. I want to see how she interacts with like
I was
Miss
gonna
Marvel and Monica and what this new
Plus,
director can
Miss
do with it.
Marvel's becoming one of my favorite characters.
Oh yeah, Miss Marvel was
Her
dope.
show
I love
was
Miss
my
Marvel.
favorite Disney Plus show.
She's
Really?
Yes, and I didn't expect it to be. I expected She-Hulk to be my favorite one because that was the one I was most excited for. It's let me down a little bit, but I still enjoy it.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
I
Miss
think
Marvel.
I
my
liked the
favorite.
Miss Marvel show in a way that it felt different. And
Yeah.
like,
Right. It was sweet.
It didn't feel like a Marvel show.
yeah,
in the
which
same
was,
way.
but
nobody
it was
tripping.
good.
It felt like a kid with superpowers.
Exactly.
It felt like a comic book show about a kid that got superpowers.
I
and
definitely
it's
think
also a
it-
super fan.
It felt the closest to like comic books in the
Yeah,
way that they.
I agree.
Right.
It was
so
so cute.
colorful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved Miss Marvel. It's in my top 3 for sure. But yeah, least favorite Marvel movie. Oh, that's tough. Someone else go. I can't. I have to think. I have to think.
literally-
How is it not Iron Man 3 for everyone?
Honestly,
I'm
Honestly,
lukewarm
I
on
forgot
Iron Man
what
3.
happened in Iron Man
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm
As you
lukewarm.
should.
it just depends on like it really does depend.
It depends
because
on the
I'm
day.
not
Of the
a, yeah,
MCU.
I'm not a fan of Thor: The Dark World, but I
Yeah.
appreciate it for like story building wise. I don't think there's any movie that was like this added nothing to the MCU. Like they were just there having fun. You
Yeah.
know what? You say that, but I even think Iron Man 3, like, I like how in Phase 4 and these new phases, they're calling back on the earlier movies because, like, Hawkeye is basically about what happened in 2012. So is Loki. I mean, like, the calling back to the previous movies, like, this is why all this stuff is happening because we cannot escape what happened in the first Avengers movie. It's pretty dope to me.
But there's nothing to call back in Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
Like, literally, his whole arc is that he doesn't need the suits, and he gives the suits up in the end. And in the next movie, he's got like 50 new suits, and then he implants a whole new arc reactor in his chest.
I need to
if you
rewatch it.
The little kid comes back out of nowhere once Tony bites the dust. Like, that's it, and he's just standing there like, what do you do now?
Hope he got some money.
I think for
Why
me,
is Iron Man not giving his money away to the people?
that's what I'm saying. Pay these people.
Peter broke. Like why didn't Peter have like a trust fund? Like you took him like from his doing his homework in chemistry and made him go fight like superheroes. Like why does he not have a trust fund?
Iron Man got Wanda's husband killed, and
Right.
then just left her driving some
I
beat up
hate
ass
how they
car and
drive-
shit.
I hate how they did one day. Everybody was like, "She good." Like why? Like why? If
Literally.
you know a person
Okay.
can control minds, why would you not be with her? I'd be like, "Well, then come on, bro. Like we're not gonna be sitting out here. You just doing whatever you want to do. Like you finna kill everybody."
Yeah.
I think this conversation has cemented in me. I really do not like the Iron Man movies in general. And maybe it's because like Iron Man as a character has never really connected with me on a real level. And I think the worst defense to me as a movie that you could be is uninteresting. Like you could be bad, but if I'm interested, like at least you did your base job of entertaining me. The worst thing you could do is bore me. And I think a lot of the Iron Man movies, I get bored. Like I can't even tell you what the plot to most of them are.
Even the first one.
Yeah.
He gets Iron Man. I
I don't know, I
he's
think-
in the cave and he gets Iron Man.
I think I like the first one so much just because of the nostalgia, like around
Yeah,
it. Like
that's true.
I remember being young and watching that with my dad, and like just being so excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's just kind of stuck for me.
That's
Because, like, as a character, he was kind of like,
Yeah.
To me, the
But-
plot of Iron Man 1 is Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the whole plot of the movie.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
remember is him in that cave and
Yeah.
being Iron Man, and then that's it.
Okay,
Keep dropping
so
things.
what is y'all's the upcoming Marvel? We have a lot of upcoming Marvel movies and shows. What are
Is it
y'all
too much?
most? That's a good point. But what are y'all most excited about? Because I'm looking at this list, and there are so like I can't even say all of these
Yeah,
because of how
there's a
much is
lot.
coming out. Like there's a whole list. We got Black Panther, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, What If, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Secret Invasions, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Echo, Loki Season 2, The Marvels, Ironheart, X-Men 97, Agatha Coven of Chaos, Daredevil, Born Again, Captain America, New World Order, Thunderbolts, Blade, Deadpool 3, Spider-Man Freshman Year, Fantastic Four, Avengers The Kang Dynasty. Like, there's so many.
Yeah.
That's not even all that's left. Like, there's so many. What are y'all most excited for? Who do you want to see again? Moon Knight Season 2 apparently
Oh
is
my
happening.
god, I
So
need a
I'm
Moon
like,
Knight season 2 so
oh,
bad.
just to watch him.
So
Just
bad.
to watch him do
Oscar
his
Isaac, if
thing.
you're
Oh my
listening to
gosh.
this,
Oscar,
you can
you know,
call
I'm
me.
free. I'm
Alright.
free too,
Wow.
you know. I'm
Okay.
free.
call me. I know you have a wife and kids, but you
Oh my
can call.
All right, we
I'm
shooting our
free.
shot.
We don't have to. We don't have to
I
talk about
think
anything in
If,
particular.
if Lizzie Olsen's listening, you know.
All
We
right,
don't have to talk
I think
about anything in particular.
I
you know?
think that I'm most excited for. Okay, this might be like an
Moon Knight
unpopular
season 2.
opinion, but I loved Eternals. Like, I
Oh,
really
same.
did.
Yeah,
And
same.
so I'm excited to
too.
see like the Eternal
They
sequel.
haven't said anything about the Eternals though. Like it's literally like that. None of that happened. Like they
No, honestly,
refused
they
to
kind of like
acknowledge,
wiped
like,
it out of existence.
Y'all-
The,
y'all-
the
but
person in the
it
ocean, like
says
nobody's saying
that there's a sequel
anything.
coming out. So if there
Oh.
is, I'm very excited about that.
Mhm.
Makari, what they asked.
And also the Shang-Chi sequel, it says.
Right.
Yeah.
coming. I'm excited for that, I
Yeah.
think.
Shang-Chi was great.
And now that you guys were talking about the Marvels,
Yeah.
I think it'll be a little different. So I think
Yeah.
I'll be excited to see
Mhm.
that.
That's true.
Black women are running it, so.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I mean,
It's gonna
they-
work
you
this
know,
time.
you know.
I will be
It is
there.
Automatically, it's gonna be
That
much
movie comes out on my 21st birthday, so I can't wait
The
to
Marvels?
be lit.
Oh.
Your
Watching
birthday's
the
July
Marvels.
28th.
It is. Everyone wish me a happy birthday in the future.
Happy early 21st birthday.
Thank
better.
you.
So we're
Oh,
going to the
yeah.
movies.
I guess
Yes,
so. Birthday
exactly. We're
party.
getting
Right.
lit
Right.
watching the Marvels. Yeah, but I think the Marvels I'm legitimately super excited for. Moon Knight season 2, obviously.
Got to see it.
Have to see it.
Got to see it through my
I
heart.
also really like the Eternals, and I love all those characters, and I love all those actors. So I'm very
True.
excited to see them come back. I am excited for the Thunderbolts just because I love Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
She's great, and I love her as Yelena.
It was real. It was real to me.
It was real to me. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Sorry.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is one of my comfort movies. Like, I will go back and rewatch that all the time. So I'm excited for Quantumanium. I don't want him to die. I will.
I don't want him to
I
die either.
don't want
I'm
that to
scared.
happen.
That's
And
valid.
Kang is
Ant-Man gonna take.
He gonna take an L. He's gonna take
Yeah.
an L, but I don't think he has to die.
It's gonna be VL.
It's so interesting
Not
to me
uh-oh.
that they're choosing Ant-Man to go up against Kang. Not first, because Loki did, but like in like the movies, like go up against
nobody's loved.
Like everyone
already
else is
at that-
That's
dead.
valid, yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Man, no. Captain America, no.
Mhm.
Can't be, I'm
Yeah.
like, even, Wanda, no.
Sam's
she's
still out
dead.
here fighting the government.
Right, and that's what
He
I'm
can't
saying.
worry
like,
about other
there's
threats.
nobody else to be like, who's like actually gonna put up a fight. Like it's just him. There's nobody left.
Why are you?
Not
Why?
Hawkeye.
Who left him to go against this multiverse entity?
That's
He
what
can
I'm
get
saying.
big and he can get small. That's his powers.
That's it.
Like,
Hey.
why
Like
would you
Endgame,
do that
like
to
made
him?
a point. Like these people did not know what they were doing. Like if this happened
Yeah.
in real life, we'd all be screwed. Cause
Oh,
like
for
there
sure.
was no plan afterwards for all this stuff. Like they were like, well, we
You
died,
know,
we died. You
That's
know?
one of the reasons I like She-Hulk now, because She-Hulk's kind of expanding the
Right.
idea that there's other super people in this
Right.
world.
Yeah.
They may not be superheroes, but
But
they
they're super
exist.
They
people.
get it
Yeah.
done.
You know, that whole. If you guys seen the recent episode with the villain
Mm-hmm.
Right.
comfort circle thing, you know.
Yeah.
Right. I think. Well, you know what, and I like how Miss Marvel and some of these other shows are pointing to like the X-Men too, because they're there too now.
Love
whether
X-Men.
Or not,
Enough love
now,
X-Men.
whether or not
That's
we
what I'm
acknowledge that
excited
they're
about.
mutants, okay, X-Men 97, I'm excited for. I am
I'm
excited
excited
for
for
that
the
part.
theme song.
But you
Mhm.
know,
I just wanna hear
they're
it.
saying apparently that the X-Men, like they in live action movies, they won't be in Notch 2 Phase 6.
Oh yeah, no,
That
I'm
makes
not.
sense.
I'm excited for the X-Men '97 theme song. That's it.
I'm only watching the
love
theme song.
show,
I'm turning it
but
off.
I'm excited for the theme song.
I'm
Yeah.
scared for them. I'm scared for the casting because apparently, you know,
Yeah.
Fox still has all their people, and they're like, well, you can't break these contracts because they have it till like 2024 or something. So you're gonna wait till that's over. That as soon as the contract's over, that movie's dropping. They're like, well, you stupid.
I don't
We
even
got
care
you.
if they like recast it. The only
They
person
have
I'd
to.
want them to recast is Storm.
I feel
Because
they have to
I don't think
recast
Storm should be
everybody.
light skinned anymore.
No, Halle Berry, I love you, but you are not Storm.
Yeah, it's just like
I think they have to recast all of it, and that's sad to say, but I think we won't be able to move past what happened in previous movies if we keep those same people, because
True.
the X-Men timeline is stupid messed up. Like, you watching all those movies,
Oh
you
my
try to go
God,
back and piece
yeah.
it together, you're like, none of this is adding up. They all
Like,
doing all the
it's
stuff they
been
want
30
to do.
years, and you're played by the same actor.
It's
like, what
yeah,
is
it's
happening?
Like something
Yeah.
is wrong, and like there's no. I don't think there's any way to fix it unless they reset the whole
Yeah,
time.
I think
all
they're
over
gonna
again, like how they did in
completely
Days of Future Past.
completely
I mean-
disregard the Fox universe.
Oh, they
I don't think they
definitely are.
care
X-Men
at
is kind
all.
of used to fucking up the timeline though.
Yeah.
Like even in the comics, they literally they have a comic line where the young first class X-Men come back to the main timeline and are like interacting with the regular ones, and it's basically just as confusing as the movies were.
Yeah, I would like to put in my official petition for Keke Palmer as Rogue.
Me
I saw it on
too.
Twitter,
Oh
and
my
I can't. I haven't like
I'm
that's what it
excited.
needs to be.
I agree.
So Marvel, Kevin Feige, whoever's in charge of that, make that happen, please.
I want to see what they're gonna do with Rogue. I wonder if they're gonna do the whole Captain Marvel take her powers
I hope
thing,
they
because
do.
that
You can't get my girl.
I'm
She'll get her powers back eventually.
see, but that's the thing. Like, I'm like, what are they gonna do with some of them? Because you know, usually, who's gonna be their first? Like, obviously, like Magneto, but what after that? Like, what are they gonna do?
A Jean
like,
Grey, a Scott.
Yeah,
I'm kind of tired of
like,
Jean.
Yeah,
sick of her
they're played
story.
out. We've seen them.
I
She's
can't
bad.
control my
She's
powers.
evil.
I get Phoenix Force. I go
She's
crazy.
evil.
And
She's
they're
evil.
kind of
Get
doing
it.
that. Well, not really, but like they're going through that like villain turn arc with Wanda right now. So I think
Yeah,
they're gonna
they don't
need
introduce
another
Jean at the same
Yeah,
time.
and then one
Unless they're having them
fight.
fight each other, that's it.
That's like,
Because
yeah,
that would be the fight to
It's
just
gonna be
destroy the
down.
universe.
Yeah,
exactly. And I was like, if that does happen, like, ain't they just gonna blow everything up? Like, where do we come back from this? Like, they're gonna be like,
That's how you
You're
end
sad?
the MCU.
I'm
the
sad
whole
too.
franchise.
We're
I'm
done.
depressed too.
Yeah.
oh,
Let's
we're
be
both
friends.
depressed.
Yeah,
I
we're
want
both
them to be
depressed.
besties.
Yeah, they're probably besties.
They're
They probably
besties.
will. The crazy ones. I don't know. I'm excited for a lot of this stuff. Scared for a lot of it. We'll just have to see. I'm gonna leave it up to them. I don't think it's gonna be bad.
I'm most excited for Blade.
I'm
Oh,
scared.
Oh, we were just talking about that.
Blade-
Yeah, we
I'm
talked
scared.
about that
I'm,
before you
I'm
came.
scared with what they've said about it now.
The way they've
but-
scrapped that whole entire movie and are starting over again, it leads me to think they obviously realized something was wrong, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
If you can realize something is awful, then you know maybe we're on a good start. But I'm like, what now? Like, where are we gonna see him at? I'm like, no cameo, no nothing. I was like, he could at least made a cameo, like maybe like Werewolf by Night or something.
I think he
Just
was
like a
supposed
little,
to, right?
I think
I think
so
it was like
too.
time conflicts or something.
But I'm like, just a little cameo, just to be like, here he is. Like, I
They
promise he's
should have
not
just
dead.
referenced him. Like they could have literally all they would
Yeah.
have to say is like something about the Daywalker or something,
Exactly.
and like we wouldn't know who he's talking about.
But no, like he hasn't been here at all. Like we had that little Eternals thing where it's like maybe this is Blade, or like that after like the end.
Yeah.
credits,
Oh
it
yeah,
was
the
like,
end.
Are you sure you want to do that? I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, but we would have.
Right.
Like, that could have been anybody. That could have been a neighbor across the street. Like there was no context to tell us that was Blade.
Yeah, I know. Like they've been saying my boy Jon Snow is supposed to come back in Blade as the Black Knight or whatever.
That's.
But-
Ooh, I'm scared.
We'll
I'm
see.
scared
We'll
for
see.
the
That's
underworld
honestly
part
the
of
only time we'll
MCU.
see any Eternal stuff.
Probably
recently
for a
is
reason.
if Black Knight.
Which
comes
makes me,
back.
I'm like, y'all are, they, like, the Eternals movie is like a world shifting, like, event right there. Like, a big old man appeared out of the sky and scooped them up, and
That
we're just
was
gonna be
so
like,
big.
okay.
Maybe that's,
That's
the way
fine.
they'll introduce. What's his name?
Galactus.
Yes.
No, that's what I
Because
thought.
That's the whole point of like that. Like, there's people bigger than us. What do we do when they come and they're like, we need y'all? Like, it's
Mhm.
time.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I
time to
thought too.
die.
That's
Because
what I
like
thought.
the way they had him show up, he looked exactly
Like,
how
he
Galactus
looked like
looked.
Galactus.
Even though
Yeah.
Galactus isn't a Celestial, I think that might be the way they take it in the
Maybe.
MCU.
I'm
Like
like,
he's like the executioner of the
Right.
Celestials
Yeah.
or something.
I feel like that man in the core of the earth is gonna defrost at some point and, like, cause some problems.
like,
alright.
Come up.
I did that a little bit. Okay,
If we
I'll
get
give
Silver
it to
Surfer
y'all.
with Galactus, That's all.
Silver
I love
Surfer
Silver
is
Surfer.
hot.
Wait a minute.
He is. I remember watching the
not why I like
X-Men
him, but,
cartoon.
you
No,
know.
not the Fantastic Four cartoons as a child. It was on Disney XD, and Silver Surfer would come in occasionally, and I was like, I had such a crush
What's
on
wrong
him.
with me and you? You see how I was like, he's sexy. He gets it.
is.
I like him. I like him.
He is. So I want whatever
He don't got no
sexy
facial
man and
features. He's just
Literally
silver.
just a
She's
silver,
like, exactly.
a silver man.
That's all you need.
That's
Ambiguous
all I
man.
need. A man who doesn't talk a lot, love it. It's my dream.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to know, this is a little bit of a shift. What is y'all's favorite soundtrack from?
Ooh.
Black Panther. I can't think of anything else.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Soundtrack or
It's
score?
I'm gonna say soundtrack.
I'm gonna say soundtrack.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That Black
Because I feel
Panther
like
was iconic.
all the scores are pretty good
Mhm.
for the most part.
Mine's Into the Spider-Verse.
We can't
It's
count
not
that.
MCU.
It's Marvel.
But it's not MCU.
Yeah, but there's so much Marvel. We're not.
Okay,
That's
okay.
too much.
But like
the
Black
MCU.
Panther's not my favorite soundtrack only because they didn't actually incorporate the soundtrack into the movie except
That's
for
true.
2 songs.
That is true.
I like when a movie incorporates the soundtrack
Yeah.
into the actual
That's like
movie.
Guardians
That's
did
why
a
I
good
like
job.
Guardians
Yeah.
of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guardians did a really good job, but Spider-Verse put every single song in.
Now
If you
that
watch the
album is
movie, you
top
can find
tier.
each
Yeah,
song
yeah.
somewhere in
That's
there.
top tier.
That is
It
true.
is.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to think favorite soundtrack.
I
think Black Panther.
was pretty good. too.
Shang-Chi had a good
Yeah,
soundtrack.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
If I choose MCU,
I'll
then
think say
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, yeah.
Yeah.
That was
What
good.
was it? Run It. Run It was pretty good.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
final song,
Oh yeah.
when Homegirl has her 10 Rings cruise.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like
There's
Marvel
one
doesn't use
song that-
soundtracks a whole lot within their movies. Like
Yeah.
Guardians are the only one I think of where like the soundtrack is an
In the
important
movie,
part
yeah.
of the
Which
movie.
is so fun. I
The
just
80s
love it.
music,
I just love
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
but they
I enjoyed
love that good Avengers theme.
Dun,
Wait, how's it go? I was about to like.
It's
Oh, so good. Hearing that does get me hyped though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it does.
What the first Avengers did. Yeah.
Bro, in
They did that,
Endgame,
they did that.
when that theme came up and everyone was like standing side by side, like tears coming from my
After
eyes.
my
Like,
man Chris Jamal Evans
Mhm.
whispered "assemble"
oh my god.
into the ears of the audience.
The way
Yeah.
that my
Yeah.
theater erupted in tears
Oh,
was
yeah.
insane.
I don't know, waiting 18 years
Mhm.
for this dude to say these 2 words. Like this is
I
Incredible.
get chills
Enjoy-
just like
Literally.
thinking about the way it felt to be in the movie
the
theater.
first time.
Mhm.
They were
Oh
screaming
my
So
gosh.
good.
enjoyed
Like I don't
it.
even love Endgame that much as a movie, but like that theater experience is something I'll never
Nothing
forget.
will ever. Well, okay.
Experiences in Marvel now are super dope. Like all the cheering, like especially like No Way Home, the scream
Oh,
that
yeah.
happened with
Yeah.
Andrew and Toby came. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like
It's
it's, just so high.
It's such an experience.
It
like,
is. It is.
Oh,
They're-
I
they're
was
getting
alone
that
when
right.
Daredevil showed up. It was like
Mm.
me and
Is that
5
the
other
people?
people in the theater. They were like, "Oh!" And then it was like, "Oh."
A couple people like let out some
And
gas.
that's the important part. I'm scared
Yeah.
for what they're gonna do for the Netflix Marvel people, like Jessica and Luke and
mean-
Iron Fist. I'm like,
Well, I think that's why they're like restarting with Daredevil.
Yeah,
They're
and
gonna kind of do a reintroduction to
again.
him.
but see, are they gonna acknowledge what's happened in the past, or is it gonna be completely fresh start?
Yeah.
Like,
I think everyone's
all that
confused
happened-
about it.
Yeah.
No one really knows. Half of Marvel saying they're connected, the other half saying they're not. Kevin Feige's like, I'm just not saying anything.
That's what his favorite thing to say is
yeah,
nothing.
all he's
Nothing.
doing is arguing with Miss Marvel about whether it's 616
That's true.
universe.
Apparently, Daredevil Born Again and Spider-Man 4 are gonna be connected. Apparently, Spider-Man 4 is gonna be the sequel to what happens in Daredevil Born Again. So we're gonna see Daredevil. Apparently, because the new Spider-Man is gonna be street style, and I enjoy that. I
Yeah.
don't want him fighting Titans in space. That was not like we need our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like, why is he out in outer space? Bring him back to New York and Brooklyn. Like, he need to be
Yeah.
swinging from the rooftops, going to school, trying to get his friends back. Like, we need
I'm
to
excited to see a stripped
iconic-
down Spider-Man. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute
Okay.
before.
That is not what she meant. He knows good and well that's not what she meant.
Please get your
Me
mind out the
too.
gutter.
Me too.
Oh my god, I did break my heart though at the end of that movie
Me
when he went to
too.
go see Zendaya and she was like, I don't even know who you
Everybody-
are, dog. I was like,
I want a
no.
coffee. Oh, my baby. Go home.
Go home.
But now we can get Black Cat.
No,
Well, there's gonna be. I
you're
think-
not gonna
I-
beat Zendaya.
I
So
am
sorry.
a sucker for the superhero that falls in love with the borderline supervillain, anti-villain characters. Batman, Catwoman,
I wonder how they're
Spider-Man,
gonna
Black
play
Cat.
that,
Like,
though.
Bruh,
Because now
those are
that
so great.
MJ has forgotten him and he was like, "I'll go get you back" or whatever. If Black
He's
Cat
a loyal
shows up,
man.
I was gonna say, is he gonna be like, "I gotta get MJ" or "I gotta get Black Cat"?
I think he's accepting that he has to move on from MJ because she's not like him.
They
she can't
are
be involved.
They're soulmates.
If he's talking to Black Cat, she's in that life already. So that's a person he's not gonna have to worry about
But
protecting.
MJ's down. Like has always throughout every movie she's been down.
But she doesn't have the skills to back it up.
Are they gonna give her
Black Cat
skills?
does.
Give her.
Are they gonna give her skills?
Someone
She gonna
can't
be a
just make
mutant?
her a mutant.
Hey,
Yeah, make
we
MJ.
don't know. We don't know.
Okay.
They could just be like,
The
"Here you go."
fanboys would revolt.
I don't care about that.
It was struggle enough that she was black.
That's true.
You give her
That's
powers, they'll riot.
Look, I
Oh
am
my
an MJ. Like even like Gwen Stacy, I'm like, no, she's not MJ. Like for every iteration of Spider-Man, I'm always him with MJ. So I need that
This is
to
the
be
only MJ I've ever liked.
Yeah,
Mary
I get
Jane
that.
Watson typically is hot trash, and I don't like her.
Hot
She only
trash.
cares about herself. Yeah.
But Michelle Jones is different.
We stand by Michelle
I
Jones.
mess with her.
Yeah.
Zendaya.
I don't know. They might be like a whole like I don't know. I think it's just because like you said in these new shows we're seeing like people like are superheroes and they're not those superheroes. People are just picking up stuff and they're like, I'm gonna be a superhero.
Yeah.
They need me. They need me.
I'm gonna be
You
a
know?
superhero.
If they could come out of like with like a I don't know like a suit or something. and just
Exactly.
be
Like that last episode of
that's me.
She-Hulk, that Frogman in his
Exactly.
suit. Like he had
He's
no
just
front.
rich. He just picked those clothes up.
I
But
think
there's
it would be
no-
too random.
I don't know. It just
Yeah.
depends. It really just depends on how these next movies are gonna line up.
Yeah.
If it's like they've abandoned us and there's nobody else to come help us, Hulk is in outer space for some reason. Thor's gone. Where are our heroes?
Hulk. We need to talk about Hulk at some point.
I don't want to. I
No.
don't want to. I think we're good.
I don't know what they're doing with my boy, but
I feel like he's about to be done. I feel like
He's
we're
gotta
coming
be
up
about
on a
to be
wrap.
done.
He's about to be
but he
done.
hasn't even gotten anything yet. That's my problem.
Yeah.
I think
Incredible
it's the
Hulk is one of my
Universal
favorite MCU
problem. I
movies.
think it's the Universal and
It
like
is.
the rights and
Yeah.
everything. And they're like, there's no point in giving you a movie if you're Universal. Like I truly feel like that's
I
what they
get
feel like.
that, but
And
it's
that's
like-
why I feel like they're ruining him on purpose. They're like, Universal, we got
Yeah.
you. Like you so stupid. You should just listen to us. Here you go. Here he goes. Like I truly feel like we will never see a Hulk movie. Like
I
I'm
don't
so
think
sorry
so.
to say
I need
it.
World War Hulk.
I think
We're
we're gonna
gonna
get
see a
like maybe a
She-Hulk movie?
Team Hulk movie, like with a bunch of Hulks. I
I
think
too,
that's
'cause
what's
I love
gonna
the Hulk
happen.
family. That's
Yeah.
why I'm so excited about She-Hulk.
I feel
Yeah,
like Hulk
maybe,
will
'cause
get
it-
5 minutes in that movie. I truly feel like he would.
It just feels like they've been building him up for so long and then just
And nothing.
And they keep trying to
Like
like
nothing.
almost giving him stuff. and then
Yeah.
it's like, never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, Marvel and Disney are so petty. They're like, as soon as if they don't own you, you will not be getting nothing. Like
Yeah.
the fact that Spider-Man has his own like movies and like this franchise for him or whatever is so weird. Part of me is always like, all right, this is the last one. This is the last one.
Yeah.
This is the last one. Because Sony is like,
Bro.
come on back.
That
Man,
week,
it's
that week
scary.
that Sony pulled the deal, that was the scariest like week of my
Oh
life.
my gosh, my heart was
I was like-
racing. I was like, please stop. And that's why I feel like fans need to stay back and know their place, but at the same time, like
Know your place.
Daredevil, Spider-Man, like so many of these shows and movies only happen because the fans are constantly like, you were gonna mess this up for everybody
Yeah.
if you do not put him in this movie. Like I
Yeah.
feel like that'll be the only way for Hulk to get back, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I wish they did more with Hulk because he has one of my favorite lines in all of the MCU. In the first Avengers, when it's like, "That's my secret cap.
Yeah.
I'm
That was
always
my
angry."
favorite one.
I was like, "Oh, he ate that. He ate down.
Eat that up.
He ate down.
Okay,
Like
that's a
he
little
ate
sassy.
for real."
Period. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I need to see him fully win a fight, just pure like Hulk rage.
He's always getting his ass
I
beat,
need
and
Red
that's
Hulk.
so funny.
Like Red Hulk, and now I know that William Hurt passed away, so
R.I.P.
R.I.P. He can't do it anymore. But Hulk's a CGI character anyway.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna have him play the mocap for Red Hulk. I mean, William Hurt was older, so
yeah.
they could still do Red Hulk. Because one thing, Red Hulk doesn't turn back into Thaddeus very often. Like, he rarely does.
I think I don't know. I think they're done with Hulk. I think after She-Hulk,
Yeah.
they're like, "That's
Like,
man,
that was
and
enough."
We're
All right,
done."
going back to
But then
space.
they at
Bye,
least-
Mark.
They at least need to give us something good with She-Hulk.
I love Mark
Yeah.
Ruffalo.
Because I need some Hulk activity.
Well,
Are
That's
you a
the
Mark
end
Ruffalo
episode.
stan?
I love Mark Ruffalo. 13 going on 30 forever.
That he has my least favorite storyline in the MCU though. In Age of Ultron, when him and Natasha were trying to be a thing, I'm like, why?
It was
why?
Like I said, they don't know what they want to do with him. I truly believe that's their way of
throwing
being like,
spaghetti at the
that
wall.
is what you get.
I think it was just a Josh Whedon self-insert of like the.
It's like, I wish I could kiss.
I wish
the unattractive dude getting the super hot girl on the team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe let's just we need to wrap it up. But this can be our last topic. Wakanda Forever. It is coming out in less than a month.
November 11th.
What are y'all most looking forward to?
I'm really excited to see my title up on the screen, Cuckoo Khan.
Whatever.
I am the Cuckoo Khan.
Okay.
That's why you guys had me on the podcast today.
Sure.
I am the winged serpent god.
Okay, and you're canceled. I'm excited to see Shuri possibly take up the mantle. It's still in question, but I think that last trailer like pretty much confirmed like that's a lady in there. And I think it's gonna be Shuri. I'm excited to see her and Riri Williams interact. That's gonna be great. Angela Bassett has my heart forever. So like I know she's gonna eat down in this movie. I'm excited to cry a lot. I was watching Civil War the other day, and when Black Panther showed up, I was like, oh my god, like. I can't watch these movies anymore. Like it hurts. So I'm very excited. I like know it's gonna be a war between like the Wakandans and the Atlanteans, but I'm still like very interested to see like what direction they're gonna take this movie in. It's gonna be a long one, so I'm excited to see what happens.
I'm kind of nervous. I just like I know it's gonna be good, but I just I'm just like so nervous. But I think I'm excited to see. Like all of these women stepping into these roles. I'm very excited for that. And I don't know, I'm excited to just kind of be in this like world again, like of Wakanda and like kind of bring us back to like what, 2018?
Wow.
Yeah, kind of bring us back to 2018 again because
you couldn't escape all the stars and everything that was always playing.
So
we had the MCU by the throat.
Literally. Hopefully
I'm
it'll
excited for Black people to act a fool.
No, literally. Hopefully it'll kind of like bring us all together again. Because I feel like even though we've had some good Marvel movies lately, it just hasn't felt the same. You know,
lots of divided.
So hopefully this will like bring everyone together and bring that like excitement again. So
I want to see the Dora Milaje kick Namor's ass.
Yep. Even though he's so fine. He is so fine. Oh my god.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I hope he tears Wakanda up. I need to see him win. He is so sexy in this
Namor
movie.
and his bitch ass wings need to get beat
No, but you can't find that trailer with him hopping. No, they made it cool. They made it
cool.
cool.
He used those shit. Them little baby wings on his ankle and shit. Like, bro, grow some real wings. Like,
do not talk about my man like that.
Grow some wings. Like, what are you doing?
Stop talking about my man.
Well, you got toddler wings on your legs.
Toddler wings.
I'm excited for the aftermath, which is so crazy to say, but I'm excited to see what they're gonna do after this movie because I'm like, are we gonna see Namor have his own movie and go up against his own threat? Are we gonna see?
Four.
I was gonna say, is it gonna lead to Fantastic Four? Is it gonna lead to this? Is it gonna lead to that? I'm excited to see what's gonna happen after this movie because the whole thing is like Wakanda and Atlantis at war. Is there going to be like one wins over the other? What happens to the next one? What happens to Wakanda if they lose? What happens to Atlantis if they lose? Are Namor and Shuri going to make up or something? Like what?
And kiss.
No, he can stay single. That's the one that doesn't. Like I kind of feel a little bit of way about them having Moon Knight have a wife. That was the original script.
I mean, but his wife is his wife. Like she's gorgeous.
Care.
So it's
they need a divorce because that's my man.
Nah,
I don't like it when my
if anything, I'm trying to steal Steven's wife from him.
It makes the delusion in me lower a little bit when I'm like, oh, they got a wife.
Okay. I just
if you can get them to separate, I'll take his wife. You can have Moon Knight.
Like divorce.
You can have Mark. I'll take Steven.
How do you know I wanted Mark?
I feel like you are my kind of girl.
You're kind of right. I don't know what that says about me.
I just want Layla, so.
Yeah. Bring them up.
Well.
Let's show.
We got a mission set now.
Yes. It's 12:40.
Thank you guys
it's about lunchtime.
so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed even a little bit of our MC talk. If you guys would want us to do some more of this with our special guest.
The Cuckoo Con.
No, you win. Stop calling yourself that.
Come on. Thank you you for coming, Kamal.
Yes,
Of course,
Kamal,
of
thank you
course.
for being
joining
on the
us.
Unqualified podcast. So we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for
Bye-bye.
listening.